bed.
Alright, so there's not much videos out there on this, but I finally figured out how to properly wire up the WOT box, the 540i. Alright, so when you remove this box from under your freaking AC filter, cabin filter cover, right, you're gonna have a bunch of wires here. This is like where your ECU is at, right? So on the left side, on the back, right, there's this black plug. See that black plug right there, right? See this big, thick green wire? It runs across, right? It goes across, and it completes with this one. Now this freaking green wire connects to, it actually runs to the back and connects to this relay right here. So you cut this wire in half, right? Cut it in half, and you splice the red wire from the WOT box to this side of the freaking green wire. And the orange wire from the WOT box connects to the left side of the green wire to that little black box right there. So then your blue wire runs over to the TPS. It's gonna be from the signal of the TPS. Well, not the signal. Well, when you press the throttle down, freaking the middle wire on the TPS itself, that brownish wire there, the middle wire on the TPS, which is that one, freaking that's when you press the throttle down, it'll go to 5 volts. Then you'll let off the throttle, and it'll go back down to 0. So that's how you know. What I did was I just traced the wire down, and I just spliced into it right here. Basically you make a T, and you connect it to the wire. So you want to do it like I did it. Just follow the brown wire. It's brown with a black stripe on it. You make a T and you connect them together there. From the yellow wire for the WOT box, it goes into this brown and white wire, right? So this one is a little confusing, right? Just because, as you can see, there's a brown and white wire here. There's another brown and white wire. Well, this is brown and gray, but there's a lot of brown wires next to it, especially this one that is brown and white. But it won't read the RPM if you do it to this one. But I did, right? So you want to unplug all these wires, right? All these plugs on the ECU so you can see the freaking wire better. So first thing first, this one is a push club. You push the pins there, you wiggle it, come right out like that. Then this one, you push this button down, and this little like bridge looking type thing would drop down. Same thing with the third plug. Push the button, pull this down. There you go. So the brown wire that I'm tapped into, the brown and white wire that I'm tapped into, if you flip the pin towards you, you'll see the brown wire. You see the brown and white wire right there. So that one right there. On the bottom of the freaking, basically on top of the brown and blue wire, that's the wire that you want to splice into for fuel injector number 1. So you do that, and then you put them back together, starting in reverse order. So last pin first. Boom. Next. Same thing. And then finally, the pin. These are the push pins that I was talking about. I don't even think that's the right name for it, but there you go. And then you just cover the thing up and you're ready to go. Then you have a black wire on the WOT box that connects to ground. And, you know, you can just, wherever you're gonna mount it, you can easily just mount it. I freaking put it behind the carpet, and it's there because my WOT box is mounted to my freaking glove box. So black goes to ground. Manda wherever in the chassis. Just make sure you got a good ground. And then the final wire connects to the clutch, which is this green wire here. It'll connect to the clutch switch signal wire. So on the E39, you got 3 wires on the clutch switch. You got freaking, well, at least on this model, you got a pink and white wire. I tried that one, it didn't work. You got the a brown wire, that's probably ground, and then you got this blue wire. So that blue wire, that's where your green wire connects to for the clutch signal. The way you'll know whether or not this is correct is once you plug up your laptop to the WOT box, right? You put the key on the on position, right? Turn on the laptop, and then right down here on vehicle snapshot, it says clutch volts 002, and then it says up, right? If I press the clutch down, all the way down, and click read on the WOT box, it'll show 5 volts and the end, meaning down, on the clutch. Release the clutch, press read again on the computer, and it'll go back to 002 and clutch up. Now for the TPS, it's the same thing. You press the throttle down, full throttle, click read, and then it'll show 445 volts. So that's how you know that your clutch and TPS are actually wired correctly. Now for the global settings, right? I got it right now at 8 cylinders, obviously, because it's an 8-cylinder. And then the RPM source goes to other fuel injector. This stays blank, this stays blank. Once you do all that, like, you know, set your RPM, set your freaking injector, your RPM source, your number of cylinders, and you check everything, just click on right on whatever settings you want. I got my rev limit right now at 5500, and I got my launch control set at 4500, whatever. So then start the car, right, clutch in, car is on. Now you click read, and it should show the RPM that you are in. See right there, it says 867. That was at the first start. Now I click it again, click read again. It's at 714. Right? If I give it a little bit of throttle, try to hold it like at 1,000. Click read again. See, it's at 1,000 there. So, freaking, that's how you do it. That's how you know that your WOT box is set up correctly. So that's how launch control works. Clutch down, full throttle. You can see, it's pretty freaking nuts. You see, before what I did, I just I put my RPM signal to the crank signal, to the camshaft signal wire, and that wasn't it. It wasn't working properly. It was reading that my RPMs were crazy freaking numbers, you know. And I had the way to make the launch control work was we had the rev limit set at 14,000 on the computer in order for me to hit a 5,000 rev limiter. So it's crazy, like it wasn't working properly. But now, freaking, this thing is working like a dream. So there you have it, guys. That's how you set up a WOT box to a freaking 540i. So thank you for watching Mondays with Goober, and like always, I'll see you on the next one. Clutch down, full throttle. Oops. Somebody called or you just heard it?
Yeah, somebody called.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Black SUV.
Black
yellow
SUV?
sticker, all of it, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I had your damn apartment number, everything.
That dude was mad cool. He was like, man, you can't have no fun in these areas. Somebody said, black SUV, yellow sticker. That's crazy. How's your neighbors, man? Damn, I ain't in 24 hours. It's just a typical laptop, bro.